So, we get on with it now. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's round 5 of the ZRL Z1 season in 2022. We're here in the south of Florida for 29 laps of racing around this brand new circuit in the USA. This track then, 3.36 miles around the Hard Rock Stadium, home for the Miami Dolphins. It was a car park and now it's a spectacular racetrack. And we'll see what our drivers can do then, coping with the 19 corners, 12 to the left and 9 to the right. 3 DRS zones and a lap distance of full throttle for 72% of those 3.36 miles. 29 laps to come, top speeds of around 200 miles an hour. Normally, I would introduce Garrison about now, but sadly, he's in a league race, so let's hope he can join maybe later on. So, yeah, we'll wait for that. Hopefully, he'll be able to come. But enough of that. We're in the race now with 13 drivers, 16 minutes of qualifying then, and we have about 6 drivers out on outlaps. So let's have a look what's going on out there. It looks like it's going to be the Alpine of Frugal Mars, not Frugal Mars. It will be Ellis the Great to start their lap first. So I'm going to mention we've got the return of QC Rocket in the McLaren. Race for them last season. He's come back to make his return in ZRL. He's back with the McLaren team again. And yeah, his teammate is not here tonight, sadly. But he's back. As you remember, he put up an absolutely brilliant battle with Echo Computer, who was at Haas last year, gone to Mercedes now. So let's see. Hopefully we see some nice battling from them two again. Let's see if we can get QC up in the mix of the things. Will Andy's making a return once again tonight, as he didn't come last race. And that's that. So, I think that's an Aston Martin round. Yes, it's Xbox Culvert, retired already. Ellis the Great, but in the fastest first sector. He is the first man out there. Not too hard to set that. So he's going to carry on around this very, very nice circuit. Frugal Mars gets a 5-place grid penalty. Collision with Echo Computer. That is a very, very costly penalty. Here comes Ellis the Great then. First man to put a timeout on the board. Heading down the back straight now into the very sharp left-hander. What's his first time going to be? It's going to be a 1 minute 28.1. Not a bad time in his Alpine there. 2 retirements then at the minute. We've got Xbox Cool and Ben both out of the session. The rest of the drivers are still in. We've got ABS, Guilty, Chubb, The Pig, Paradox Ruins, Frugal Mars, Echo Computer, QC Rocket, Progeny, Will Andy, and Ellis the Great, obviously. Paradox Ruins crosses the line, 1 minute 29.3. Cannot get past Ellis the Great. Ellis could be unstoppable. That is a very, very big margin for pole position there. Very, very big. Let's see who else is going to cross the line, shall we? Looks like it's going to be the Alfa Romeo of the Pig, who's going to start his flying lap. An actual lap to cross the line, though. It might be QC Rocket, maybe. Yes, it is. QC Rocket, then. Penultimate corner. Crosses the line for the final corner. And it's a 3rd position, 1 minute 29.6. Does he still have the speed to get them pole positions? We will have to see. He's 3/10 off Paradox Ruins and quite a far margin off Ellis the Great. Anyone to be far off Ellis the Great. He's an absolutely world-class driver. ADS then about to cross the line to start his flying lap. Guilty crosses the line to put his first time on the board. He goes 4th with 1 minute 30.6. Not far off QC Rocket's time. ADS just started his lap. Let's see how well he does this lap then. Runs a bit wide out there. Has to let off the throttle to keep it on the track. Is the yellow sector just behind him? The Ferrari's gone off, I think. And he runs off wide again there. Clips the curb on the left. Runs it out wide. Hits the curb. Heading through sector 2. Here we go then, hard braking into this left-hander. This is where it starts to get technical. Keep it round into the inside, then to the left. Then you keep it up into here. That's not a great run into there, but he's kept it nice and not into the wall, which is always a good sign. Here we go then, onto the back straight. This is where you reach the speeds of 200 plus miles an hour. It's a very, very fast straight. This is where you can get your car right up to those top speeds. Here he goes now with his DRS, 196 miles an hour and counting. Here we go, into the left-hander. About to cross the line for his first lap in his Williams. It's ADS then, going over the line, puts in a P6, 1 minute 31.7. And Chubb goes fastest in the first sector. QC Rocket retires from the session. Ellis de Great with a 5-place grid penalty for the race as well. That is not brilliant for him. ADS has retired. And he's gone, but it's Chubb then. He did set fastest first sector, not a middle one. Into the technical place here. Oh, and that is not a good corner for him. He had to brake very, very hard there, and he's not going to get a decent time anymore. To be honest, I don't think anyway. Frugal Miles on his outlap, so is Echo Computer, Prodigy, and Will Andy. Ellis de Great then, really trying to warm his tyres up there. He's on his outlap, about to start his flying lap. It looks like it could turn into a good one. This world class driver crossing the line. No, he is not, into the pit lane. That's my bad. Never mind. So Paradox Ruins on his outlap. The rest of the drivers that was on the outlaps earlier on are now on laps. Prodigy is the furthest man ahead, I believe. Yes, he is. I would also keep your eye on Will Andy. A very, very fast driver. See how well he can perform here in Miami. Prodigy then into the section where his teammate struggled earlier on. No problem for Prodigy then. Swings to the right, swings it to the left, onto the back straight. And here we go. This is where the real speeds come out. 170, 180, 190 with the DRS. Hard breaking into the left-hander. It's Prodigy then in the Haas. His teammate with a 1 minute 30.3. Can he go faster than that? With 9 minutes remaining, activates DRS over the line with a P3, 1 minute 29.375 compared to Paradox Ruins with a 1 minute 29.352. That is a very strong time from Prodigy. He should be proud of that. Will Andy then, though, crosses the line. 1 minute 29.319. What a brilliant time. Puts him in P3. Then it's Paradox Ruins just behind him, who also just crossed the line. 1 minute 29.352. No, he didn't also cross the line. We've just seen him cross the line. Frugal Miles, 1 minute 29.1. That is a very good time from him. It's the two Alpines looking for a bit of a 1-2 here. Are we going to get a bit of 1-2 action? Let's hope we do. That would be nice to see. Ellis de Great on his outlap. Looks like he's going to go for, yet again, another lap with 8 minutes remaining. Echo Computer, as you know, world champion, only putting in a P6 at the minute in the Mercedes. Seems to be struggling a little bit. Still good time, but he would like to be further up there. Anything good going on? It's Paradox Ruins who's invalidated his lap. Guilty, not far so long. There's a yellow sector there. I think it's all cleaned up now. It's Gilksy on a lap. 1 minute 30.6 is his fastest time at the minute, but he's on another one. Here comes Ellis the Great then. This is the lap you want to watch. 7 minutes to go. A very, very fast driver. Here we go. Into the first corner, then to the left, then to the right. It's like a snake through there. You've got to keep it. You can run it out wide, but he doesn't choose that line. To the left. Then you go right over the curb. You touch that curb on the left as well. This is not a favourite corner. Is he going to invalidate? No, he isn't. He does go wide. He keeps it on the track. 2.5 tenths off his first sector, fastest time. To see how his second sector is then with the DRS activated. Down into hard braking zone, into the left hand. You can stick it to the right, then you absolutely throw it to the left. We're going to the technical area now. I've seen a few drivers struggle already today. See if there's any problem for Ellis. It's an absolute massive problem for him. He cuts the corner, and that might have been a little bit of a commentator's curse right there. If Garrison was here, he'd have a little bit of a laugh with me about that. But yeah, so Guilty goes in the pit lane, and it's the pig who's also on the lap. Ellis the Great is going to be wanting to go for that lap again, I believe, if he doesn't pull into the pit lane. Will he go in the pit lane? Well, look, no, he isn't. Gonna go once again. Ellis the Great is invalidated once again, I believe. That is not good for him. Will Andy, though, on his outlap. So is Paradox Ruins, and the rest of the drivers are in the pit lane. Fastest driver out there at the minute, Ellis the Great with 1 minute 28.1, and that is a whole second faster than the driver in P2, which is Frugal Mars. That will be his teammate. So at the minute, it's an Alpine 1-2. Let's see if we can stay that way. Will Andy just behind that. Then it's Paradox Ruins, Prodigy, then Echo Computer, QC Rocket, Gilksy the Pig, Chubb, ADS, Xbox Culver, and Ben. 4 minutes to go then. 4 retirements at the minute. QC Rocket, ADS, Xbox Culver, and Ben. Xbox and Ben were the only drivers that haven't put a time on the board, but that isn't going to happen anymore because obviously they're not in. Oh, and there's Will Andy. He loses his rear into the corner that not a lot of people like. And he just spins it round, manages to get it back on track very, very nicely though. And he's on his way. That's Prodigy on his lap. 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Not too long left now to get times on the board. If they're wanting to go faster, they're going to have to get out very, very soon. In the next maybe 30 odd seconds, they're going to be wanting to get out. They're going to be wanting to get out any time now. Still, fastest man is Ellis the Great. I don't think he wants to come back out again. No one's going to beat his time, really. It's a whole second faster than anyone else. But he is out there still, warming up his tyres on the outlap. So Will he be able to improve? That is a big question. We've seen him. Me and Garrison commentating on that race in Canada. Garrison's home race. With Ellis the Great leading. And he just kept putting in the fastest laps, kept improving by about a second a lap. And that happened for a fair few laps, I tell you. Definitely go watch that if you're interested. That's really good. But here you can see Ellis absolutely making his tyres burn, making them red hot to start the race. Make sure you get the right the lap. Make sure you get the right temperature in them. And let's see what he's going to be able to do for probably his final flying lap. Just behind him, it's not his teammate. Brosdy's gone second fastest, 1 minute 28.6. Where's that come from? That is a brilliant time from Brosdy. Only 5 tenths off. Only 5 tenths off Ellis. Paradox Ruins, 1 minute 28.9. That's not far off Ellis as well. These are brilliant times that have just come out even. It's Frugal Mars though. Put another time out on the board. He's behind his teammate. It looks like his teammate might give him a bit of a tow round here. But we'll see what happens. Ellis loses it into the wall. He's lost his wing. And Ellis is that tow isn't going to happen anymore, is it? Frugal Mars then heading through the fast long section in sector 2. He's on the 1 lap old softs at the minute, so they should be working well for him. Sector 2 right now, into the technical few corners. Nobody likes these. We've seen Ellis the Great go flying past them. Just shows you no matter how good you are, they can catch you out. Here he goes then onto the last straight. Oh, Will Andy's gone as well. Will Andy's out. And this is it. 2 minutes, 50 remaining. Frugal Mars to cross the line, and he's lost it. Frugal Mars has lost it on the final corner. Oh, and that's unfortunate. Which brings Echo Computer up into P2. Ellis crosses the line, takes pole position unless anyone can get past him. Good lot of Paradox Ruin Will. He's already invalidated. Prodigy's in the pit lane. Guilty. I don't know if the pig is 2 seconds down on his last time. And that's it. Ellis the Great. That's pole position once again for him. And that's it then, ladies and gentlemen. It's Ellis the Great who takes pole position out here in the sands of Miami. Here's the finishing results then. It's Ellis the Great, pole position. Very, very good time from him. 4 tenths then that separated him and Echo Computer. It's the Brit against the American. Let's see how that goes down. After that, it's Prodigy then who finishes off the top 3. Moving down the grid, it's Paradox Ruins, then Frugal Mars. Will Andy, QC Rocket on his return, only P7 today. Not that good. How well will the race work out for him? Gilksy then comes in P8, then the Pig to keep him company. And then Chubb, ADS, Xbox Culver, and at the very back, it's Ben. So, up next is the race. Right then, get ready for a long 29 laps. Long 29 laps around the Miami circuit. Here we go, I think. Maybe. Here we go. If he doesn't do what it did last time, when it start? Oh, gotta wait another 30 seconds. Here we go. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We're racing here in the south of Florida around the Miami circuit. It's lights and away we go. Will the drivers get off the line? What's going on? They are off the line. It's Echo Computer then that starts in P1 because of the grid penalty. He's lost a decent start, but it's 3 abreast behind him. Then behind that 3 abreast is Contact in the first, and there's a big pile-up, massive pile-up. The McLaren is stationary on track. That's QC Rocket. That's unfortunate. Carrying on then, Will Andy snatches the lead of the race. Is Echo Computer just behind him now. Then comes Frugal Mars, Xbox Culver, Paradox, Ruins, Prodigy, Ben, Ellis the Great, the Pig, and Chubb. Battling going on here. It's Ben who's just gained a position on Prodigy. Ellis the Great's gained a position on the Pig. The two Hasses are back together now, with Ben coming out on top of that. But Will Andy is there. Frugal Mars has retired. Frugal Mars, big smash up with a Red Bull. The Red Bull's out, and Prodigy's gone as well, and that's 3 drivers out. That was start, and that's unfortunate. There's going to be a lot of anger, I think, with the 3 drivers then out there. It's Ben, Prodigy, and Frugal Mars. Let's carry on with the race though. The 2 Alpha Aston Martin boys even are doing absolutely brilliant then. P3 and P4. Then it's Echo Computer chasing down Will Andy. 1.3 seconds separate them. It's the hat. Oh, flipping hell, I'm going back to last season. It's the Mercedes against the Ferrari. How is this going to go out? But obviously it is a safety car, so we'll have to see how that's going to pan out on the safety car restart. All the drivers have started on the hard compound tyres, apart from Will Andy on the mediums. That maybe is why he's been able to pull away at the start. Right, so race restarts in order. There was drivers taken out at the start, so drivers are going to take themselves out now. so we can restart this race. Right. Should be about ready to get going for the race once again after the restart. Right then, here we go. Should be starting any time now. Alright, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. After the restart, we're in the south of Florida, racing around Miami. 5 lights, and it's lights out and away we go. The drivers are not off the line once again. Yes, they are, and his Echo Computer with a decent stop. Followed up by Prodigy. He's already lost the position to Paradox Ruins, who's gone down the outside. Prodigy's going to defend off him, though. Paradox Ruins goes with the switchback. Can he keep the position? He goes into P2, and he sticks it. Will Andy's sticking his car up the inside. It's the... Oh! And Prodigy's gone round into the wall. He's lost his wing. Gilky's retired already. And there's a few penalties there. The 2 Ferraris are right at the back now. Prodigy's still in the gate. Prodigy's still in the race, but with no front wing to be seen. It's a full safety car. Echo Computer is now leading. Paradox Ruins in P2. Ellis the Great behind that. Then comes QC Rocket, the Pig, Chubb, Xbox Culver, Ben, Frugal Mars, ADS, Will, and Prodigy. So, lap 2 then, out of 29 laps around here. We're under a full safety car. The pack are about to join up with it now. A few drivers in the pit lane after that collision at the start. The Pig's gone in. Xbox Culver's gone in. Frugal Mars has gone in. ADS gone in. Will Andy and Prodigy have gone in. All for new wins, I believe. if the safety car came in this lap, it'd be a very, very late call, and it won't be coming in. We're going to be probably one more lap under the safety car, then we'll be racing again. From P7 down, all the drivers have made one stop at the minute. I can see an Aston Martin coming in. And that is... oh no, never mind, Frugal Mars. Man, like I said, let's hope Garrison can try and make it throughout the race. That'll be a nice surprise. Because, yeah, it'd be nice to have him back alongside me. Sadly, I couldn't make it to last race. So, it's been a while. But, anyway, still under safety car. In this new game, it's glitched and it says full course yellow. It is a safety car. As you can see, it's out. Echo Computer then leads ahead of Paradox Ruins, Ellis the Great, QC Rocket, the Pig, Ben, Chubb, Xbox Culver, ADS, Will Andy, Bojdy and Frugal Mars. A lot of drivers got caught up in a bit of a collision at the start, which saw Guilty crash out. He's now out of the race, sadly, in his Ferrari. So, see what's going to happen. When they're going down the back straight, it should be called that it's going in. So have a look. Yep. As I said, safety car will be coming in at the end of this lap. We'll see green flags. It looks like green flags at the minute, but it's not. Still under safety car. As it about to goes in, as it nearly is in the pit lane now. Echo Computer leads from Paradox Ruins. Ellis the Great. Who is going to get the good jump at the start? Can Echo Computer get a good lead? Can the drivers behind get past him? Let's have a look then. And that's Echo already ahead. Absolutely brilliant lead. 1.4 seconds now separates them nearly. Paradox Ruins and Ellis the Great having a little bit of a scrap here. Ellis sticks his car right up the inside. He did that at the start of the race. He's done it on lap 4. Worked perfectly for him. Now he's up into P2. Paradox Ruins down into P3. QC Rocket making his race debut back for season 2. Here he is in P4, made up a few positions. Half a second separates him and Paradox Ruins after the safety car restart. He's not going to get off the tail of that. We'll see what happens. The Pig just behind that, with Xbox Culver running a bit wide, which leaves the gap for Ben to move down the inside of Xbox Culver. Xbox is not giving that position away and defends very hard to keep it. P6 then stays with him. Go further back up the grid then. It's Echo Computer. 1.5 seconds separates him and the driver behind, which is Ellis the Great. Ellis has got 1.3 seconds behind him and Paradox Ruins. And it's QC Rocket that's not letting go of the back of Paradox Ruins' rear end. And then the Pig is just behind QC Rocket with Xbox Culver behind that, looking to make a move. Ben has dropped quite far back as well from Xbox Culver from earlier on. Echo with the fastest lap, then Ellis seals it off him. Across the line, Xbox goes, and there's not really much going on at the minute. Let's have a look at the back of the grid. I think there's a bit of a battle going on here. Yes, there is. Will Frugal Mars stick his car to the inside? No, he won't. Of ADS, his teammates been known for sticking his car up the inside of Will Andy. Actually, never mind getting the facts on. And that's an Aston Martin just sitting there in the middle of the track. That's a bit odd. Xbox Culver spun it round. So that happened with let's have a look what's going on then. Will Andy is right behind Ben now. Will he be able to make a move in the next few corners? Maybe so with the ERS. It seems to be working for him. Look at the slipstream he's getting on the Red Bull. This is brilliant. The Ferrari and the Red Bull going right at it. Will chooses the long way round. Will he clear him before the corner? Yes, he does. Into the left-hander he goes, and that was a very, very good overtake. Go back down the grid once again. Oh, and that is Frugal Mars nearly loses his rear out of the technical corners there. Nobody likes them corners. One bit with ADS down behind Frugal Mars. Possibly behind ADS. Let's see how that's going to work out. Possibly drop down 9 positions. You won't be very happy with that. Race control have enabled DRS now, which enables the drivers to get very, very close to each other. Alice the Great, though, is getting closer to Echo Computer. This is looking very, very nice. The Alpine battling with the Mercedes. Let's have a look how this is going to work out. Only half a second separate them into the snaky few corners. Echo goes wide. Ellis the Great chooses more of the inside line. Echo gets a good exit. Ellis not as good. He's below 10%. ERS now. That will not help him. He gets the DRS for good measure anyway. But Echo is going to have to really defend now. He's got Ellis the Great, very, very fast driver. Ellis has got to remember, the driver in front of him is a ZRL World Champion. A lot of wins under his name, a lot of podiums, a lot of fastest laps, a lot of good stats under that helmet. But Ellis the Great then is going to be looking for a move on Echo. Will it happen anytime soon? They're going down the straight now. He'll pick up the DRS. Only 5% ERS though. Not that good at all. 7/10 off his last lap as well. That is not a lot of ERS. You might want to back off a bit and save some of that. Then he can maybe make the position later on. Some guys spun round though. And it's Chubb into the barrier. His teammate passes him. And that's not good for Chubb. I don't know why he's sitting there. He's waiting for the drivers to go past. That is very mature of him to do that. Okay, we got another safety car. Didn't realise that. And, yeah, sorry about that. Safety car. I've got another one. Which is not always the thing you want to see. We've got 2 now in the space of 7 laps. Not looking too good. 1 bit, though. Ellis the Great still leads. Ahead of Ellis the Great. Ahead of Paradox Ruins. QC Rocket. Will Andy. The Pig. Ben. Frugal Mars, Prodigy, ADS and Chubb. We've got 2 retirements this session, Xbox Corva and Guilty. The Aston Martin and the Ferrari. Alistair Great goes into pit lane. That is, wouldn't think I'd see that, but is anyone else going to follow him in? That is the big question. Alice goes on the hards. He comes out of the pit lane. You think, can he get ahead of his teammate? Can he stay ahead of his teammate? Yes, he can. That is very, very easy to stay ahead. Ben had to go past, but he's found himself in P7 after coming out of the pit lane. We're on lap 8 out of 29 with Ellis and Frugal. Both teammates, 7 and 8 at the moment. It was looking like a 1-2 for them in qualifying. That just shows you how things can change very, very quickly. But anyway, Echo that still leads in his Mercedes, still under a safety car. So we'll just wait. If Garrison was here, we'd be talking about some very cool facts that he's got, but I don't have a clue what website he uses for that, so I won't be doing that today. We'll have to wait on him for next week, but still waiting for the safety car to come in. Right, something I've just noticed, which I think would be a very, very nice thing, and maybe nostalgic you could call it. Echo Computer, QC Rocket in P3, the two championship rivals from last season. Yeah, they hopefully will be able to battle again this race. If Paradox Ruins maybe gets out of the way for QC Rocket, that may happen. We've got Will Andy maybe in the mix as well. Very good driver. So we're going to get some good racing here. Right, I believe safety car will probably be in this lap, heading down the back straight like it's shown last time. We'll have a look though, if that will happen. Heading down the back straight now. Let's see. Yep, there it goes. I was right. So, Echo Computer leads from Paradox Ruins and QC Rocket. Let's see if Echo can get the jump like he did on last race restart with the safety cars. The two Hasses at the back, can they get back up? The two Alpines are together as well. If you look at this though, Paradox Ruins is getting very, very close to Echo Computer. He doesn't want him to get the jump that he can do, and there he goes. Echo Computer's already got the jump, but this isn't over yet. QC Rocket is going to be looking for the move on Paradox Ruins. Look at the slipstream he's getting. He'll shove the car down the inside. Here we go. He's gone deep, which means Paradox can do the switchback. It works perfectly for him, but QC Rocket not worked perfectly in his hands. He's dropped down 2 positions because of that, and that's Paradox and Will Andy both up positions. QC is now back down into P4. Alfa Romeo I should say, behind him. And comes Ben with no teammate. This race Ellis the Great is going to try and get past Ben down the outside. Ben is going to stick it up there, but it's Ellis who shoves it round the outside. He's not giving this position up, he keeps it. I must say, that's sad to see QC drop down. I want to see him get up there with Echo Computer. Maybe we see some good battling like we did last season. That would be brilliant. Let's see if he can do that then. Getting very close to Will Andy there. Into the corners that absolutely nobody likes. Onto the back straight now with 70% ERS. He's burning loads of it to get his way up to Will Andy. Will, though, is getting very close to Paradox Ruins. I think he might be able to dive down the inside of this one, Willie. Into the left-hander. And he's going to go for it. He sees the opening. He makes the move. Here is Paradox Ruins' famous switchback though. Goes for the switchback again. It doesn't quite work out for him. Will Andy gets the better exit with his Ferrari, and that's him up into P2. Now, it's Will Andy to chase down the Mercedes of Echo Computer. Paradox Ruins behind that with QC Rocket. The Alfa Romeo is having a little bit of a battle here with Ellis the Great. 3/10 separate them into the snaky part of the track, and that's the pig with rock bottom ERS. None left at all. He goes a bit wide there as well, skidding all over the place. This is not looking good for him. He's going to lose time here, which brings Ben up just behind him. Oh, and that's the Chubb even. He's doing donuts. There we go. He's back on the track safely, which is all right. Wow. QC Rocket keeps getting very close in that corner to Paradox Ruins rear end. Let's see. Can he get up to him? 40% ERS this time, half of what he had last lap. Getting closer and closer to Paradox Ruins. He's in the slipstream of the Aston Martin. Goes down the inside this time. Can he keep this position? Can he fly past him? No, he doesn't. Paradox Ruins is defending this one off. He brakes very, very late to keep his position on the hards. Here's QC. Does he get a better exit? No, he doesn't. Paradox Ruins force him off a little bit. DRS is enabled. QC Rockets across the line with the slipstream on Paradox Ruins. He does the same as Paradox did last corner. Brakes late on him. Paradox tries to switch back. Did not work this time. QC up into P3. Maybe not for long though. Paradox Ruins is trying to get past him once again into the snake section. He brakes very late there. Pulls him ahead, but not ahead for long. Oh, here we go. Paradox is losing a position. Ellis the Great. Look at that move. Bit of a double overtake going on here from Ellis the Great. He forces the McLaren off wide. Is that going to give the Aston Martin a bit of a chance here? No, it isn't. Into the horrible few corners. He pushes QC Rocket off. Wow. And that could have got very messy, but it didn't. That was clean racing from them. QC Rocket with the slipstream on Ellis the Great gets the DRS. Paradox Ruins also picks up the DRS. QC Rocket moves over to try and get past Ellis the Great. Will he try and brake later this time? Will he outbrake him to get past him? Down the outside of the Alpine. Not far enough back. Will he get a better exit though? He will pick up the DRS once again on the straight, and he looks like he might be able to get past him here. Ellis the Great moves over to break the toe. QC Rocket is getting closer and closer. Too far back to make the move there though, into the first corner. Oh, the Mercedes is around. QC Echo Computer, I should say, has found himself round. And he's spun round, which brings Will Andy right up into the top spot. Ellis the Great in P2. QC Rocket is looking for podium positions on his race back. Echo Computer has retired from the session on track, I think. Yeah, he did, and that's similar. Let's have a look what's going on then, shall we? The Chubb is getting very close to ADS here. And it might not get past him. Whoa, ADS got a very, very good exit out there. He's not going to get past him in that speed. Chubb, though, with the DRS on ADS, obviously, you know that helps a lot. Let's see. Can he get closer to him? He's going to look to the inside move. He doesn't get it done. Tyres for you then, ladies and gentlemen. We've got everyone from Will Andy to Prodigy all on the hard compound tyres, and then it's ADS and Chubb both on the mediums. Will they be able to catch up with them? Obviously, you know they'll be a bit faster on them tyres. They've got more grip. But we'll have to see. Like 14 out of 29, we're about halfway through the race now. I'll have a look at position changes, shall we? Will Andy with 3 positions gained. Same from Ellis and same from QC Rocket. Paradox Ruins dropped down 1. Ben has made up 8 positions. Very, very good race start from him. The Pig made up 2. Prodigy dropped down 5. ADF made up 3. And Chubb is still in the same position as he started. 4 DNFs then. Echo Computer, Fugal Mars, Xbox Culver and Gilksy. And also, I should mention, I don't want to put the commentator's curse on it, I just want to say, we haven't got any time penalties yet, and we're halfway into the race, so it's looking very, very good. I'm happy about that. Hopefully it stays that way. There's less work for the stewards as well, really. Let's see how well we drive. I didn't even notice, sorry about that. We're racing again. Ellis the Great just behind Will Andy. 8 tenths separate them. Is he going to be able to get up to him? Don't know yet. We'll know in the next few corners, hopefully. QC Rocket in P3 at the minute. He's looking for a podium on his race back for ZRL. Paradox Ruins just behind that. Who dropped down one to get that one back? Back up into P3, that will be. So yeah, Will Andy is still out there leading the race. Maybe not for long though, if you look how close Ellis the Great is. He's getting very, very close. Runs his car out wide there on the hard compound tyres. He puts in a fastest first sector as well. This is looking strong for him with the DRS and the slipstream on Will Andy. Will Andy, he's got 5% ERS. He's going to be wanting to try and recharge that, but he's going to be finding it hard with Ellis the Great just up behind him. Oh, and Ellis getting dangerously close there to Will Andy onto the back straight. It's all really important to get a good exit out of there. 13% ERS, not looking good for Ellis at the minute. With the ERS, so in the slipstream, Will, absolutely no ERS left, really. Ellis is going to be looking for the move down the inside, maybe. Is he going to be too far back? He will be on this one right here. Good exit, though. Very good exit out of that corner. He's gaining on Will Andy with the DRS once again. Will is just staying ahead though with 3% ERS. Still needs to try and recharge some of that up. That won't help him that much at all. See his red lights flashing. He's under that marker, but Ben has decided to come into the pit lane at this moment in time. Not sure why. Maybe he puts on a set of mediums. Could be. Tries to hold them out to the end. That could be a good shout maybe. Ellis the Great goes a bit wide there, looking for the move on Will. That helps him out though to get a good exit out of here. Will still gets a brilliant exit. He's starting to burn a bit of his ERS off. Ellis with the DRS once again. Well, here we go, getting close to him now. Now, back wing very close to him. Here we go, diving down the inside. He's getting very, very close. Will, he's not giving this one up. Throttles it ahead of him. He doesn't want him to get past into these couple corners here. You've got to be very careful through that. You could easily spin your car around into the wall. This is really important to get a good exit out of here. Ellis the Great has done just that. So has Will Andy, to be honest. Ellis gets another slipstream with the DRS down the back straight. This looks promising. Very promising. Ellis the Great to go down the outside the longest way around. Will he make it stick? Will Andy is trying to outbrake him. Ellis with the switchback like his teammate earlier on. Doesn't quite work out for him this time. On to the main straight once again with the DRS for about the 5th time today. Ellis the Great though looking for the dive down the inside. Will he make the move? No, he will not. Will is still staying ahead with absolutely no ERS left. He's got 11. He's got more than Ellis actually now. Both of them have barely got any ERS at all though. Ellis is really not giving up this. He wants to get right into it with his teeth. Goes wide once again a little bit. And lagged out a bit there. Ellis the Great though, he's getting dangerously close once again. Get a good exit out of here and you'll be able to get right past him. Come on, let's do this. Ellis the Great with the DRS. In a moment's time, absolutely no ERS to help him. But he's going like crazy down this straight. 204 miles per hour. Looks for the move. There's a bit of an opening, but way too far back to make that move. Ellis chooses the inside line, very, very close up the inside. Here we go, looking for the move once again on Will Andy for about the 5th time today. Getting closer and closer, no ERS, but he's got the DRS. Will he make the move this time round? He's looking for it, he's down the inside. Will Andy still keeps it. And he's not giving this position up. He really wants this, he's giving this a really good fight. Ellis the Great though, he's still staying in slipstream. He's trying to get round him. Banging his side pods. And here we go, is that going to be a bit of a switch under now? No, it isn't. Get a good exit out of here, Ellis. Come on. Good exit there. Very, very good, actually, to get the slipstream on Will Andy. And he might be able to get past him here. This is getting very, very close. Closer than he's ever been. Really close here. He chooses the outside line once again. This might not be such a good idea to get the actual position done. Will Andy outbreaks him once again. He keeps the position. This is what an absolutely brilliant battle we're watching here. Ellis close once again. And yet again, a very, very good exit out of here there. Look how close this is getting. DRS again. He's going to go down the inside this time. This might actually work for him. They're going side by side into corners. And Ellis has come out on top. Will Andy dives into the pit lane. And Ellis the Great is now leading the Grand Prix with only 9 laps remaining. Will Andy in the pit lane. Let's see what he's going to go on. Is that maybe soft compound tyres that goes onto his car? Yes, it is. Will is definitely still in race-winning waters around here today in Miami. QC Rocket with the fastest time on the mediums. That's something we haven't saw since a very long time. Sadly though, there's a... Oh, never mind, I'm reading that wrong. Only 2.5 seconds separates him and Will Andy. 18 seconds separates Will and Ellis. Will Ellis try and keep this lead? If he can keep this lead, he won't pit again. Oh no, QC Rocket with a 3-second time penalty. That's unfortunate. But yeah, that's really unfortunate for QC Rocket getting a 3-second time penalty. You don't really want that. Means Prodigy will get right past him. Not many laps to go now. Ellis the Great leading the race, but anyway, if his tyres don't start giving weight, losing grip, and he can keep this position maintained, 18.5 seconds at 18.7 now, he'll finish the race on these compound tyres. But maybe he could go a bit crazy. He could enter the pit lane, put on those soft compound tyres just to know he'll probably stay ahead of the race. Paradox Rubbins gets past Prodigy. Look at this little battle going on. As you can see, 3.6 seconds separate QC and Will Andy. He's dropped down a bit then from when I last checked in on how long that was. Maybe about a second. 1.2 seconds, 1.3 seconds he's dropped. He's not doing brilliant. He did put the fastest lap out there. Can he keep that with Ellis the Great still leading the Grand Prix? 17.2 seconds, I must say, separate them now. Ellis is falling back on Landy. Now it's going to be 16 seconds maybe. Is it? Yes, it is. 16.9. It's just going down and down. This is not looking good for Ellis the Great. You might want to go into the pit lane. ADS certainly does. He goes right into the pit lane with his Williams, and he's going to put on the soft compound tyres. I don't doubt that one bit. Ellis the Great, though, is still persevering on. Does he think he can keep this 16-second lap until the end of the race? There is not many laps left. About 7 remaining now. Can Ellis pick up yet again another race win in ZRL? We'll have to see. Got to say as well, QC Rocket's on for a podium in ZRL. Once again, it's Will Andy with the fastest lap. Takes it right off QC Rocket. 7/10 off his last time QC was there, so he's not looking too fast on the mediums anymore. Will Andy is fastest guy on track at the minute though. 16.1 seconds separates him and Ellis the Great. He's getting closer and closer, gained about a second, 1.2 seconds on that single lap on its own. Ben's been in a bit of a race on his own really out there today. Doing well. He's going to pick up some decent points in P6, so I wouldn't complain. The Pig in P7 still. Chubb P8 and ADS P9. This gap is just coming down and down. It's not looking good for Ellis the Great. Can he keep this up? No ERS to help him. So is Will Andy, to be honest with you. But he's still out there, getting 4 positions in this race, and he's now leading it. 23 out of 29 laps remaining. Not too long left now, like I've mentioned. There's not a lot people can do now, really, but we'll have to see. Wow, Will Andy, 15.9 seconds, 15.8 now. This is getting closer and closer to Ellis. Maybe he'll be able to hold off, but might not be the case. I think there's a bit of a battle going on here. Who's that ahead? Is that QC Rocket? It is QC Rocket. I think ADS has been lapped. Yes, he has. The gap is now down to 15.6 seconds. Wow. That is getting very, very close to Ellis, like I keep mentioning. Gone back to 16.3 now. Ellis might be able to find himself a bit of time. Not many laps to go. And at this rate, If Ellis keeps it on the track, he's probably won the race. Here we have Prodigy and the Pig. 2 seconds separate in a minute. Look like any moves are going to be happening with them two right now. Maybe in the final few laps we could see some nice moves going on, but I must say we've got Ellis the Great in P1 still. Will Andy just behind that. 16.2 seconds now separates them. Will Andy on the softs, obviously. Ellis on the hards. Will should be faster, but he doesn't look like he's gaining any more than he was. Managed to get the gap down to 15. Now he's back up to 16 and a half. So he might have dropped back a little bit. Or he's dropped back a little bit. I'm not sure. Yeah, but he's dropped back a little bit. Which means, at this rate, if Ellis keeps it out of the wall, it's going to be his race. For the Alpine, sadly, his teammate Frugal Mars has crashed out. DNF for today, then an Echo Computer, Frugal Mars, Ectrox, Culver, and Guilty. I'm really happy to say, if it stays like this, QC Rocket will be getting himself a podium on his first race back to ZRL. That is going to be very nice. He'll be buzzing with that. Really happy. So let's hope he keeps it on the road. Here we go. This is what I was talking about earlier on. It's only 6 tenths now, the distance between Podgley and the pig. Are we going to see some last few laps overtakes? Hopefully we do. Here we go then. Will Podgley get a good exit? He gets an alright overtake. Sorry, exit. Oh, okay, something's happened up here. ADS is spinning round. He's going to want to move out of the way for these two drivers that are going past, having a little bit of a battle here. Prodigy is looking for that move on one of the final 2 laps now of the race. He's trying to pick up on the mistakes that the pig has just been making. Went a bit wide out of that turn. He's got no ERS to help him. But here's Ellis de Groot across the line to start his final lap of the Miami Grand Prix in ZRL. Look at this move going on. Prodigy dives down the inside of the pig. The pig gets an absolutely brilliant exit though. Stays ahead and keeps his P6 position. You're not going to make any overtakes into this corner. It should be a bit stupid. So that one's alright. Can he get a good exit out of here though? Not too shabby, but he's quite far off the pig now. And we're not too far off the end of the race. We're going to go on board with Alice the Great. We're going to go watch him now. As it's nearly the end of the Grand Prix. So, after all of that, the gap between him and Will Andy is 18.5 seconds. Will might have been better just staying on the hards, to be honest with you. But that didn't happen. Ellis de Great then, coming down the back straight. He's about to pick up, yet again, another race win. So, he was battling with Will Andy earlier on. That was brilliant. He's led a great race. Ellis the Great was untouchable today. Crosses the line to win the Miami Grand Prix. 18 seconds behind him. Should be Will in 2. Will crosses the line, gets P2. Then comes QC Rocket. Picks up a P3 on his first race. Ben. The grid. There comes the old man to cross the line, P7, that's Prodigy. Then comes ADS, who got lapped, so he's fine. He's finished P9, still points for him, so you can't complain. Chubb about to cross the line, it'll be P8 for him, and that's the end of the race. And there we are. Alice the Great comes out and wins the Grand Prix. Ben gets in-game driver of the day. Fully deserved. Good race from him. Here we go then. we've got the podium celebrations. Okay then, here are the finishing results for the Miami Grand Prix. The first one in ZRL history, and we're back here next year for it as well, hopefully. Ellis the Great then wins out in Miami. P1 for him. Then comes Will Andy in P2, put up a great fight with him. And to round off the top three, we have QC Rocket with his return to ZRL. The Canadian driver is back and better than ever in P3. Will Andy picks up the fastest lap. And yeah, that is the race over for us. Well, so we're back with you, ladies and gentlemen, next week on Friday for the Dev race in Imola. Then on the Sunday, it's the Z1 race at Imola 2. Thank you for joining me. And me and Garrison will be with you next week. See you later.